Hello there, welcome to CoreTV News for this hour. I'm Gift Ogete. With the 2015 elections a matter of days away, America's President Barack Obama has advised Nigerians on the importance of having a free, fair and credible elections. The American president, who says he is talking to the Nigerian people, called for all hands to be on deck to ensure that the polls are free, fair and credible, while adding that the quest to make the polls successful is one that all Nigerians must be involved in. He also advised Nigerians to reject messengers of hate and intolerance. 56.4 million eligible voters are to participate in the March 28th and April 11th elections across the country. This is the number of registered voters that collected their permanent voters' cards at the close of the PVC collection exercise. Latest figures released by the Independent National Electoral Commission shows that the number represents 81.98% of the 68.8 million registered voters. A close look at the statistics released by INEC spokesman Kayode Idowu indicates that Jigawa State has the highest rate of PVC collection with 95.98%, followed by Zamfara with 95.97% and Bauchi with 95.76%. The figure from Lagos State shows that 65.25% of voters have collected their cards, while the FCT remained stuck at 64.56% for more than 1 week. But Ogun State, which had less than 50% PVC collection rate about a week ago, has now recorded a significant increase with 61.53%. 88% of eligible voters in Kano State were able to collect their permanent voters' cards before the March 28th final deadline set by the Independent National Electoral Commission. Resident Electoral Commissioner in the state, Mokaila Abdulaziz, who disclosed this during a stakeholders forum in Kano, noted that the rate is higher than the national average of about 81%. He also urged political parties participating in the March 28th and April 11th elections to submit a list of their agents in line with provisions of the Electoral Act.
As you might have heard during our interaction with stakeholders, I have restated the Commission's commitment to providing the remaining cards latest by Monday, Tuesday next week. Even though collection ends tomorrow, the Commission will be obliged to extend the collection period particularly for Kano State, to enable us to distribute the permanent voters card, even if it warrants, taking the cards to the polling units level.
The Sultan of Sokoto, Mohammed Saad Abubakar III, has asked security agencies in the country to provide adequate protection for members of the National Youth Service Corps deployed to assist officials of the Independent National Electoral Commission to conduct the general elections. Abubakar gave the charge when the NYSC Director General, Brigadier General Johnson Olawumi, paid a pre-election advocacy visit to his palace. The Sultan also urged politicians to ensure the safety of the Corps members, saying he had directed district heads in the state to take charge of the safety of Corps members serving Indian domains, and wants same move to be replicated in other parts of the country. Olawumi, in his response, appealed to the monarch to help sensitize members of the public, especially politicians, to ensure the safety of the Corps members before, during and after the elections. The DG also urged Nigerians to report misconduct of any Corps member to the NYC management rather than take the laws into their hands. The All Progressives Congress has rounded off its North Central Zonal rally by urging Nigerians not to make the mistake of voting for the People's Democratic Party. This was the message the party chieftains, led by presidential candidate Muhammad Buhari, handed down to the crowd that thronged Lafia, the Nasarawa state capital, for the rally. Their argument was that 16 years of PDP rule at the center is a waste.
I think I have got anything unique to tell you. I was here when I went round the states of the Federation. I went round the 35 states. The only state I haven't been is Yobe State. And the governor came to Abuja to tell me there is no need for me to go to Yobe State. And that was not the first time he did it. But his optimism was shown by the result of the elections of 2007, 2011. I hope it will repeat itself this year. On a very serious note, I hope every one of you has got his PVC. Every one of you is prepared, no matter the frustrations, to go and make sure you vote. And make sure
I believe that Nigerians will not make the mistake to vote the PDP that has been ruling us for over 16 years.
Nigerians must take note that in this country there are very, very few people who can garner the support that General Muhammad Buhari can garner. Why? Because of his exemplary conduct while in public office. In spite of his accomplishments, General Buhari is an embodiment of humility. General Buhari is not after wealth. General Buhari loves the country. He wants to create a new environment that gives you the opportunity to maximally and efficiently express yourselves so that poverty will vanish, so that there will be power, there will be better transportation system. General Buhari will move in a fast ride to throw out the Boko Haram saga. I will remind you of one thing he did when as DOC he was directed to throw out invaders. He did it even more. When he was head of state, wherever they are, they can't come again. Boko Haram will never dream of coming back to this land.
Of representatives and candidate of the All Progressives Congress for the Oshodi Solo Federal Constituency 1, Hakeem Muniru, has enjoined Lagosians to vote for all APC candidates in the 2015 elections. Hakeem Muniru, who spoke to newsmen during a house-to-house campaign, says the elections represents the nation's best chance to truly get to the next level.
With us coming on board and us controlling the House of Representatives, controlling the Parliament, both the House of Representatives and the Senate, it's going to be a better representation, and people will have it better than they are having it now. And I can even tell you, to even buttress this point, that seeing the inadequacies of this government, we are willing to partner with the executive arm of government to better the lots of our people at the grassroots level, and that's what we're bringing to the table.
Vice President Namadi Sambo has told his supporters in Kaduna that all strategies have been perfected to ensure that the ruling People's Democratic Party wins the 2015 elections. He insisted that APC would find it difficult to defeat PDP after 16 years of what he described as good record of governance. The Vice President stated this at a political gathering held at the Umar Musa Yardwa Indoor Hall of the Murtala Square in Kaduna. He also tasked the women and youths on the need to vote for President Jonathan and all the PDP candidates. The People's Democratic Party in Lagos says it has uncovered plans by Governor Fashola to meet with all Lagos monarchs on Wednesday, 25th of March, at the presently undecided venue to induce the monarchs in the state, especially the undecided, to vote the APC. The PDP allegations in a press release by its Lagos State Publicity Secretary, Gani Taufik, says the meeting is instigated by APC leader Bola Tinubu and that in a carrot and stick style, any monarch who rejects the offer is to be victimized and may be deposed before Saturday. The PDP has also accused Fashola of releasing an initial 6 billion naira state fund to compromise the youth core members and other INEC electoral officers on the days of elections. The party claims the governor has been meeting various groups and institutions under the government control, like market leaders, transporters, investors, civil servants, etc., to either induce or cause them to vote APC. The PDP says it wonders why the governor has decided to put governance in the state into autopilot, not minding last protest Doctor strike, arson and killing in the motor parks, unpaid civil servant salaries, increased robberies and so on, but instead concentrates on efforts to impose APC on the people. Gani alleges that some core members have already collected the monies which the governor calls support allowances. In view of the forthcoming national and state elections scheduled for March 28 and April 11th in that order, the management of Lagos State University, LASU, has declared a recess for both staff and students with effect from Monday, March 23, 2015. The school management has therefore advised staff and students to vacate the campus immediately. The date of resumption will be announced later. It's CoreTV News on the hour. We'll take a break. Stay with us.
The army was not supposed to be visible or to be around any polling unit unless there is a breakdown of law and order and they have been invited by the Inspector General of Police.
That elections are sheltered in Africa is no news. But in Nigeria, it comes with consequences.
Against the will of one man.
Consequences that have toggled the nation's politics and may shape how Nigeria elects.
This is the year of PDP.
The momentum gathers.
When we promise, we deliver.
The fireworks is unending.
We did it and continue to do it.
55 years this year, and in her fourth republic, this is Nigeria's 5th general elections. All the action, all the news, the updates, and the news behind the news we will bring to you live from the field and in the studio on CoreTV News as Nigeria elects.
Oh, it's CoreTV News on the hour. Welcome back. We retake that story on Obama. With the 2015 elections, was a matter of days away, America's President Barack Obama has advised Nigerians on the importance of having a free, fair and credible elections. The American president, who says he is talking to the Nigerian people, called for all hands to be on deck to ensure that the polls are free, fair and credible, while adding that the quest to make the polls successful is one that all Nigerians must be involved. He also advised Nigerians to reject messages of hate and intolerance.
Hello. Today I want to speak directly to you, the people of Nigeria. Nigeria is a great nation, and you can be proud of the progress you've made. Together you've won your independence, emerged from military rule, and strengthened democratic institutions. You've strived to overcome divisions and turn Nigeria's diversity into a source of strength. You've worked hard to improve the lives of your families and to build the largest economy in Africa. Now you have a historic opportunity to help write the next chapter of Nigeria's progress by voting in the upcoming elections. For elections to be credible, they must be free, fair, and peaceful. All Nigerians must be able to cast their votes without intimidation or fear. So I call on all leaders and candidates to make it clear to their supporters that violence has no place in democratic elections, and that they will not incite, support, or engage in any kind of violence before, during, or after the votes are counted. I call on all Nigerians to peacefully express your views and to reject the voices of those who call for violence. And when elections are free and fair, it is the responsibility of all citizens to help keep the peace, no matter who wins. Successful elections and democratic progress will help Nigeria meet the urgent challenges.
The Deputy Governor of Rivers State, Tele Ikuru, has defected to the People's Democratic Party from the All Progressives Congress, APC. Ikuru declared his defection today, 6 days to the general elections. He has been Governor Chibuike Amechi's deputy since 2007 and has been campaigning for the APC alongside Amechi before declaring his defection. Reports say the chances of the All Progressives Congress, APC, of winning the forthcoming 2015 general elections in Rivers may have become slimmer with the latest development in the state with Tele's defection to the PDP. Sources say the deputy governor discovered that he may run at a loss if he remains in the APC after many years of loyalty to Governor Amechi. It also accuses the APC chairman of Rivers State, who is from the same local government with the deputy governor, of expanding the crack after forcefully hijacking the party structure in the state. Following the defection of the Rivers State Deputy Governor Tele Ikuru from the APC, the People's Democratic Party has called on all the leaders of the All Progressives Congress to emulate him. The party made this call in a press release signed by PDP Campaign Organization's Director of Media and Publicity, Femi Fani-Kayode, as he expressed the party's happiness in receiving Ikuku back into its family, saying it was a deeply courageous step. The statement read thus: "We encourage other key leaders of the APC to abandon the ranks of the doomed and to join the PDP. We urge them to see the light and retrace their steps in the same way that the Deputy Governor of Rivers State has done. The defection of the Deputy Governor at this critical time represents a deep and grievous spiritual wound on the APC. They are falling apart at the seams and they are crumbling. We agree with Deputy Governor that APC are a party of rebels and anarchists, and they are a party of the seat. With a governor like Rotimi Amechi, we wonder why the Deputy Governor took so long to leave." The Fulani Socio-Cultural Group, Miyetti Allah Cattle Bearers Association of Nigeria, has disassociated itself from the recent endorsement of President Goodluck Jonathan or any other candidate. It said after an emergency meeting in Kaduna that the group which endorsed the president is not the same as the umbrella body of all Fulanis in the country. The Fulani group said in a statement signed by its national youth leader, Adamu Muhammad, that Miyetti Allah Kutao, the group which had been endorsing politicians in a cultural organization that exists in only one state. Miyetti Ali Cattle Bearers Association insisted that as a group which is out to protect the interests of Fulanis across the country, it has no interest in endorsing any candidate. It, however, urged its members to vote wisely for the candidates of their choice in all the elections. Ahead of the general elections, political players have continued to add finishing touches to their campaigns as they solicit votes. Despite the campaigns, the people of Ikaram and Ibaram communities in Akoko Northwest local government area of Ondo State have, however, decided to embark on a protest vote against the PDP for what they alleged as the abandonment of the Ikaram-Lokoja Link Road, saying the bad road has turned living and economic activities in the once bustling community to a nightmare. Rashid reports.
In the years past, the shortest route to the northern parts of the country from Ondo State is the Ibaram-Ikaram Road that links Ondo State with Kogi State en route Abuja. Over the years, the 27-kilometer link road, which has been a major source of economic activities for the communities, is now a shadow of itself, with the communities suffering the most. The road project was said to have been contracted for reconstruction since 2009, but here is what to show for it 6 years after.
As if they are even joking this area completely. Over 6 years now they have been on this project. You can, if you take note, you see the compounds everywhere, see the surroundings. The road is not moving ahead. So we have been on this now for the past 6 years. There's promise to finish this road, but nothing is happening. We appeal to the government, they refuse to do the job. This road, you can even see the market. No vehicle is plying this place again. We have lost so many customers, even the economy of this place has been paralyzed.
Youth and market representatives expressed their displeasure over the neglect of the road and the community, leading to loss of lives and ruins in the once buoyant economy of the towns.
This administration, during his campaign in 2007, he came down here. The day he came here, he was looking so unhappy, telling us that in fact the government has really cheated us. We should vote for him, and he's going to fix the whole problem, the roads. But we voted for him massively in 2007. But unfortunately, on getting to the office, he awarded the road quite okay. I think they awarded it at the rate of 4.5 billion.
Whenever the government is coming on an election campaigning, they came, they continue promising, they are going to do it. Even we are told that the contractor will come back to the site by February this year. We have not seen anything. And look at how those have turned people to another thing.
While some still believe in continuous appeal to the government, some believe that a change of government will help a lot, especially with the general elections just a few days away.
People are dying because of the dust. Many old men have gone because of this bad road. So we appeal to the government They should come to the aid of this community.
With the look of things, our government are not ready to come to our aid because this road has been in existence since I'm from the western region. This is one of the major roads that links the south, the southwest, the west, and the north through this axis.
We have been appealing. All what we need is a change. If there is possibly a change of government, well, that is our hope, because we have been appealing, continuing appealing. Even people have been making peaceful protests, then agitating that this road, at least this road, only this road, to be done and repaired. It's less than 27 kilometers.
As the general polls inch closer and the people of Ikaram sounding resolute, the communities and the state government no doubt have scores to settle, especially when the issue of votes are involved. Rashid, CoreTV News, Ikaram Wakoko.
Ogun State, where the Ogun State Police Command has nabbed a gang of kidnappers when it discovered a den belonging to the culprits in Ijebu, Igbo of the state. 5 suspects, including serving councillor in the state, has been arrested by the police in connection with the discovery. Olajumoke Olatunji has more.
From a distance, the uncompleted building in 7 Egbe Road, Ijebu Igbo area of Ogun East Senatorial District, would pass for any other building where people live and earn their legitimate income. But with a closer look, it's not. Latest discovery by the police reveals it is a den for kidnappers. Inside the building, in one of the dark rooms, is a shrine with charms and other fetish items lavishly displayed. While some of the suspects confessed to their crime, others denied any link.
I'm in present councillor now in Odobodo local government.
Which ward? Which ward?
Ward 14.
Which party?
APC.
You're not part of the gang?
No, this is the man they use the Okada.
First day, they can't do this work. I know the amount. I know the info. They carry one woman. They accept one for this place. They can't come our village. Then drag and shot. Then collect money for the woman. I don't collect anything.
Presently, 5 suspects are in police nets, including the 7th councillor from Odogbolu local government area of the state. The police commissioner in the state, Valentine Ntonchiko, said the 2 buildings would remain sealed while investigations continue.
This is a den of kidnappers. This is a kingpin has just been arrested with 5 of his men. And we have shown you the kingpins. They are outside. We'll go and show you if we need them. And that is the shrine. We have just shown you the shrine where they bring in the men. Anybody are kidnapped, they normally bring him to this place, to the shrine, where they will hypnotize the person, where they will now turn the brain of the person and then begin to make demands on them.
As one of the major objectives of the Ogun Police Command to unravel and make Ogun State a crime-free environment, this has come with some commendations from residents of the town. Olajumoke Olatunji, CoreTV News, Abeokuta.
Following the spate of insecurity in the country and the bombing of motor parks and relaxation spots by terrorist suicide bombers, the Plateau State government has restated its commitment to eradicate all illegal motor parks across the state. Speaking through the Commissioner for Information and Communication, Mohammed Abdullahi, the government calls on all residents to cooperate with the security agencies, and government officials will be mandated to clamp down on the operators of such illegal motor parks.
I want to appeal, especially to this Union of Road Transport Workers, that there are too many illegal motor parks that are being positioned outside of this park. If this other occurrence was, if this other occurrence was inside of a park, you can see that they wouldn't have had access. But it's because it's outside of the park, that is where these people, the most mayhem was done outside of that park, and this was an illegal park. And I'm going to take a very, very decisive effort and measure to see that all these illegal motor parks have moved out to the designated motor parks.
In his reaction to the clampdown of all illegal motor parks, the chairman of Jos North Local Government Area, Danjuma Sanda, in whose domain more than 6 bombs have been detonated by terrorists, vowed to personally go after those who put the lives of his men at risk. He also urged the Plateau people not to patronize any of such illegal motor parks, saying they have become soft targets for terrorists in carrying out their heinous acts. That's our news for this hour. Thank you for watching. Please join us again. I am Gift or Gete.